Hello legends and welcome to part 2 of the Scalextric 2024 range release. This is a 3-parter. This is part 2, we've got one more to go, very exciting. We've all seen part 1. We have 17 cars to get through today. I do have my favorites and I'll talk about that as we are going, but let's dive headfirst into part 2 of the Scalextric 2024 release. So kicking off with a banger, we have C4511. This is the Ford Escort RSR driven by Jim Hutchinson. Car number 181. What can I say? I was a fan of the first release. I think I like this livery better. This is a nice one to me. I do like the color green. What is your thoughts on this one? This is car number 1 out of 17, so we've got 16 to go. But let's move on to number 2. Moving on to number 2 is C4504. Now we did see this, it was an early drop. Now this was meant to only stay in the catalog. It wasn't meant to be a surprise drop, but I did get the email to say, Trav, we are dropping the Ford Angular Harry Potter special early, and I think that was a pretty cool surprise. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I did do the release video, I guess you can say, or the announcement video of this one. Love the Ford Angular, not a Harry Potter fan. Love the color, but I think it's a smart move by them. It is a movie car. There's a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. What's your thoughts? Are you going to pre-order this one? But I think this one will be a winner for some fans. So next up, number 3, we have C4501, the Ford Puma Rally Red Bull livery. Bit of a triple threat here. It's a Ford, it's a rally car, and it's got a Red Bull livery. And if you like all 3 of those, this one is a must. Rally is big in Australia, and of course Red Bull is too. My thoughts on this one, I do like this. I'm a rally fan. I think this will be great in a set. So will we see a set in the future? Who knows? But to me, this one's a win. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comment. But there you go. Car number 3, Ford Puma Rally Red Bull livery. Number 4, we have C4502, the Jaguar Mark II. This is Inspector Morse's car. I think this one is going to be popular. I do like Jag. I'm a big Jag fan. It's almost like an Aston Martin to me. It's a bit of an underdog in the car world. If you are an Inspector Morse fan, I think you've already purchased this. Will I be grabbing this one? Probably not. I'm not an Inspector Morse fan, but I do like the mold of this. I don't mind the color choice, but I'd love to know your comments down below. Is the Jag Mark II going to be one for you? Let me know. So number 5, we have another Jag, C4506, the Jaguar Mark II Mike Hawthorne car 33. Now this is more my taste. I know it's only a change of color with a number, but I do like this. I'm a big fan of this one. I think this one I would add to my collection. Let me know what you think. Now these, let me tell you, this is in no particular order. I have just grabbed the pictures and put it in order. So if you're looking at the C numbers, they're not going to line up, but yeah, another Jag. Is it year of the Jag? I don't know. And next we have car number 6, an absolute monster. It is C4408, the Dodge Monaco Chicago Fire Department. This thing is massive. It's massive. We've got the lights and sirens on top. I believe the lights will work. Whether the siren does, I'm not too sure. It'd be a great surprise if it did. I think we should bring back some sound. What do you think? If you're into firefighters, if you are a firefighter or from Chicago, I think this one's up your alley. There you go, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Are you gonna get yourself a fire department Chicago Monaco? Yeah. And next up we have number 7, which is C4543, Land Rover Shaun the Sheep. Now, I know Land Rover, I don't really know Shaun the Sheep. Love the color. I think the livery is funky. I did like when they released the Land Rover in, I think it was the green we saw at the start of the year. I'm a fan of that. Let me know, are you a fan of this one? Are you a Shaun the Sheep fan? I mean, if you're a Land Rover fan, this one probably will be up your alley. But yeah, interesting. Let me know what you think down below. I don't know Shaun the Sheep, do you? And next for car number 8, we have some JDN love. It is C4429, the Subaru Impreza WRX Police Edition. This goes really well with the Chicago Fire Department. 2 completely different cars, but hey, if you want to have a fire, the police and now the fire department can turn up together. I do like this. I'm a WRX fan. I believe this was 4-wheel drive from memory. I think they did the Rally Edition as well, the Collector's Edition, so I believe it is 4-wheel drive. I do like it. I'm a Rexy fan. Being an ex-police officer, this one hits the mark with me. So if you are a firefighter, you'll like the other one. Yeah, I think it's cool. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you want another police vehicle on your track dressed as a WRX? I think I do. And next up for number 9, if you're a James Bond fan, you're in for a treat. It is C4524 James Bond AMC Hornet. Now, I've put big thumbs up here. This was a bit of a surprise when I opened it. I didn't expect to see it, and I'm glad I did. It looks cool. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? If you're a James Bond fan, well, your James Bond collection is just going to get thicker and thicker. But I do like this one. I think it's a cool looking car. What's your thoughts? And next up for number 10, we have a gold edition, a bit of a celebration. If you are a James Bond fan, yes, I have teamed these two cars up together. A C4550A is the James Bond Aston Martin DB5 60th anniversary gold edition. This is going to hit many marks. Aston Martin fan, if you're a James Bond fan, if you're a collector, and if you like gold cars. So there you go. 2 for the James Bond collectors. Maybe it's year of the James Bond. I think I said it was year of the Jag before. Maybe it's year of the James Bond. Who knows? And next for car 11, we have C4520, the Volkswagen Golf Mark 1 GTI Richard Lloyd Racing. I do love a rabbit, and this one is a lot different to the one we saw at the start of the year. Of course, that was a solid color, being a maroony red, and this one's now a race edition. A big ups from me. I do like this. I like my race cars. I do like my rabbits. I think Golf makes some pretty cool cars. What do you think? Would this one be added to your collection? There you go, another rabbit to add to your collection. And it's taken us all the way to car number 12 to see the Golf livery. It is C4509, the Shelby Cobra Golf livery. Pretty self-explanatory. I think it's almost illegal if we don't get a Golf livery car these days in our release year. It looks good. We do get a lot of Golf liveries. I have to admit that. I think this one wears it really well. Is it my favorite Golf livery we've seen? No, that's still to come, bit of a hint, but I think it looks good. What's your thoughts? Will you add this to your Golf collection? Again, if you're a Shelby Cobra or a Golf person, bit of a double hit here. And next up we have car number 13. I've done this on purpose because if you come across John Wick, you've got bad luck. It's a bad day. This is C4497, the John Wick Ford Mustang Boss 429. This is another car that I opened up the email and went, "Pwah." Didn't even think about it. I was like, okay, well done, Scalextric. This one's a good one. What do you think? Awesome looking Mustang, great movie, great character, good movie car. I can't wait to see the box art on this one. You have to sort of go PG here. I don't think you're gonna see any blood splatter anywhere. I'd like to know your thoughts. This is a definite movie car for me, and I think it was a good move by Scalextric. So this last group are my favorites. I've left them to the last to show you which ones are my choice, my pick out of the bunch of the 17. So let's get into it. We'll kick off with number 14. You know I love F1, so let's get stuck into some F1 goodness. The C4508, the Williams FW11B 1987 British GP, driven by Nigel Mansell. Well, I'm an F1 fan. We've got Williams, we've got a British GP, and an amazing driver, and of course it's Scalextric. It's a fitting car for that brand, and again, I did say I'm a big fan of F1. Canon livery looks amazing. What's your thoughts? Are you sick of seeing F1? I'm definitely not. But let's move on to 15, which is another of my favorite choices. And for car 15, we are going new school F1 with probably my favorite Golf livery released by Scalextric to date. Yes, big call, but I'm gonna go with it. It is C4559, the Williams FW5, driven by the legend Alex Albon, and of course being the Golf livery edition. Do I need to say more? We've seen old school F1, new school F1, it's Williams, it's Golf. Take my money, this is on my hit list. What's your thoughts? Again, are you sick of seeing F1? I'm definitely not. I'm happy that they're going with the F1 flavors here, and this one, it's an absolute banger. Banger. And for car 16, we're hitting TSCG territory. It wouldn't be a Scalextric release or a That Slot Car Guy video without mentioning the brand Porsche. Yes, if you do watch the channel, I'm a massive Porsche fan, and Scalextric, please stop. You're gonna be taking all my money. C4439, the Porsche 911 3.0 RSR in the Valiant livery. I don't need to say anything. I'm just gonna sit here and let you enjoy the livery and the car. Is that enough? I think that's enough. Will you add this to your collection? Let me know. This has to go in my collection. It has to. And for the last car to round out the 2024 Part 2 release, car number 17 goes to Porsche. Of course it does. We've had the old school, we've had the new school. This is C4522 Porsche 911 GT3 R ACI Motorsports. Again, call me biased, call me a Porsche fan, but we had to end on a Porsche, and it wouldn't be a Scalextric release without a couple of beautiful Porsches in there. What's your thoughts? You're gonna add this one to your collection? Let me know. So that's a wrap on part 2 of the Scalextric 2024 release. Firstly, I want to say a very big thank you to Scalextric. They do trust me with this information early, so I do appreciate that. I was pleasantly surprised with some of the cars in here. I'd love to know your thoughts. I did leave my favorites to the last. I have to say the John Wick car was my biggest surprise. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna add that to my collection. And also let me know, are you liking this part 1, 2, and 3 released during the year? I think it's cool. It gives you something to wait for. I know a lot of people want to know now, but it gives you something to look forward to. We've got the UK Slot Car Festival on this weekend. Of course, I won't be there, but I'll be very surprised if you don't see some of these in their raw form or partly finished. Who knows? These are the only pictures I have been sent, so if I do get some box art, car action, you will see a follow-up video, and you may see a live this weekend talking about the range with a couple of other YouTube content creators in Australia, but I had a lot of fun. Again, thank you, Scalextric. Enjoy the UK Fest this weekend. Part 2 done and dusted. I'm out of here. Bye.
I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my seat.